5 to 8 is evening, and then 8 on is night.
Okay.
You can call it late afternoon. Someone Google that. My phone isn't working because we're in Canada. Why can't I do that? That's matching right now. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get at least one picture before my phone does.
Sure, it sounds like notes.
Hey, what do you want to use? Hello.
2 hours.
The other night we played in a place called Moorhead, Minnesota, and you've never heard of it for good reason. Originally this show was supposed to be in Fargo, North Dakota, which you may have heard of primarily from the movie Fargo. Moorhead's like right across the river. They're pretty much the same place, there's a little river running through it. But the idea was that we wanted to play all 50 states, which would include obviously North Dakota. And we got that taken from us when the venue closed and we had to move the show to Moorhead. So we said, fuck it, let's go play in a Walmart parking lot at 1 in the morning and see if anyone shows up. Like 60 people showed up. A lot of people, maybe more, probably more actually, if this is 50, more. So anyway, we did play in a Walmart parking lot at 1 in the morning, but it was 14 degrees, feels like 4, and so now we're all sick, so I'm sorry. It seemed like such a good idea, and I stand by the fact that it was, but now I'm super congested. The song is called We Could Die Like This.
In that song, for instance, there's a Jerome Brown reference, who's a former defensive end for the Philadelphia Eagles, which is the football team that we're all, locally affiliated with. And then there's another one in that song about how I say these Northeast winters make boys into men, and
There's a band from Philadelphia that I loved growing up called Boys to Men, who was more of an R&B group. So there's kind of that thing there. But there's another one. Another one in that song. Ooh, that was close. That almost never gets recognized. If you notice in the chorus, the line is, "If I die, I want to die in the suburbs and not when I die," and that's just because I don't plan on dying. Madeline, I share your hate for this world we're in, but it makes me a better man. It's an excuse that you made. I'm Madeline, I know you wanna let the bottles in. I know you think that they're all your friends. They're lying straight to your face. Well, I know about the devil in your bloodstream, and I know that the ghost still bears it nightly. Well, I know you must be lonely by the Chesapeake. I'm Madeline, but are you really afraid of death? Or do you just say that it's the right thing to say? I'm Madeline, I know you're safe where you lay your head, but if you wanted to come back, I got a place you can stay. If I'm not doing right by my family, more than once, point of it anyway. It's anyway. I don't think there's a God. I don't think that there's someone coming to save us, and I don't think it's the worst news of the day. I don't think there's a God. I don't think that there's someone coming to save me, and I don't think it's the worst news of the day. So Madeline, I know how your cold scars turn purple, know how the Irish goodbyes feel, I know where you've been. I'm Madeline, you and I got this East Coast blood between us. Oh, it's bitter and vitriolic, I know how it ends. Oh, if I'm not doing right by my family, no, I'm not doing right by my family. Thanks. Thank you guys. I don't know if you're aware or not, but those are our cabinets set up behind us, and later on tonight, after 4 other awesome bands play, we're gonna play a whole other set. So, but this one is a little different, and we thought it would make a whole lot of sense to play the same songs twice, so we only did that once, and that was the first song in the set. So that's all done with, and the rest of these songs are exclusively for your ears and eyes. And this one is from a record called Suburbia. I've given you all and now nothing. It's called Hoodie Weather. Somewhere else without knowing, I've got my grandmother's veins in the back of my hands, and singing of a South Philly accent. I was born here, I'll probably die here, so home. And this town's got lies to tell, waiting around.
these bones forever. At least for now I'll settle down. I'll try to find some solid ground. I lost my footing trying to get home. Last winter, the kids in the graduating class look at their eyes settle west. California on your lips. It'll left some blood that I've never gotten back. The rock is in the deep south. I don't think he's coming back now. Was sinister, but it's how shit worked out. I've got my grandmother's names in the back of my hand down. In those South Philly accents. I'll probably die years ago. Town's got lies to tell. I'll wait around and hear you out, but I can't keep from digging up these bones forever. Please for now I'll settle down. I'll try to find some solid ground. I lost my footing trying to get home last winter. We're going to do one more of these, and then for the remainder of our time together, we're going to take questions from you guys. So let's finish this section of it up. This song is off a record called The Upsides. It's got All My Friends Are in Bar Bands. I'm super sorry if I cough on it. Loves the winter cheer. Sees the days when everyone's as miserable as him. Doc says it smells like cheap beer and lonely here. It'd be the band, but it's probably just a trap. Jake dropped out of college. He likes to say he finished. He's working back home with his dad. He ain't got matching tattoos. Their initials, 3 X's down the left. Ooh, I got like-minded dudes in Detroit or Vancouver, Newport, Boca, and Rome. I don't know where I am, but I know where I came from. So everyone moves in with their girlfriends. Town where we grew up in. All my friends are in bar bands. I hope it pays the rent. And so there's some days when I don't think I will ever see Dave again. Justin's working 3 jobs just to stay ahead. Spirit 2 years just waiting for bullshit. And hey, it's worked so far. I don't know why I'm here, but I know who my friends are. Since everyone moved in with their girlfriend, the town that we grew up in. All my friends are in apartments. Don't know how it happened. I hope it pays the rent. And so there's some days when I don't think I will ever see Dave again. I'm not sad anymore, I'm just tired of this place. If this year would just end, I think we'd all be okay. I'm not sad anymore, I'm just tired of this place. If this year would just end, I think we'd all be okay. I'm not sad anymore, I'm just tired of this place. If this year would just end, I think we'd all be okay. I'm not sad anymore, I'm just tired of this place. If this year would just end, I think we'd all be okay. I'm not sad anymore, I'm just tired of this place. If this year would just end, I think we'd all be okay. I'm not sad anymore, I'm just tired of this place. If this year would just end, I think we'd all be okay.
Toilet paper and tissue. Yeah. Hey, so please welcome to the stage area, Mr. Josh Martin and Mr. Michael Kennedy. Stay behind that.
So I'm gonna duck on his back. We just gotta get it there.
It's a precarious setup today.
The one output was fucked up on the PA, so we had to link it together.
Yeah, it's a serious area today. We're like, we got here, we're like, where the fuck are we gonna do this? Usually there's like one nice big floor that everyone can kind of sit on, and now it's like 2 tiers, and which also works. So, henceforth, you guys just raise your hand, and we're gonna do our best to give you a judicious and well thought out answer. So, questions, please. My friend up there.
Do you think Daniel Bryan's going to win at WrestleMania?
Absolutely. Vince loves to send the crowd home happy. I don't see any other way they can go with that. He's gonna win both matches.
If he doesn't win.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Bret Hart at like WrestleMania 9, where he beat Owen in the opening match, and then went on to beat Yokozuna in the.
I like also for you guys that aren't wrestling people, real quick. It's really funny. The same question's been asked the last like 3 days. Not like explicitly, but WrestleMania based. And it was really funny because the one was the last question of the day, and then everyone was like a Wonder fan. I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And then last time it was in the middle, and then today it was in the front. I just like you, I fucking need to know. I paid this money to ask you about wrestling. No, I'm back. I'm there, dude. I'm watching.
No, I can go in depth about that, but yesterday, Josh was like, seriously, you wrap up the fucking wrestling. People want to talk about other things. So, next question, please. Yes?
Are you guys currently working on any new music?
No. I wish that I could tell you guys. Some bands have the ability to. I'm losing it. I'm in a weird Mucinex dream. Some bands have the ability to write music on tour, and we never been one of those bands. So every once in a while, we're like, this tour, we're totally gonna bring some like acoustic guitars and like jam and work on some stuff, and then like once a tour, like maybe we'll get together for like 10 minutes, but that didn't work. All right, see you guys at fucking dinner. But I'm sure that we will work on new music sometime.
But we also might not.
Or we could not.
This could be it.
Everything in life is 50-50. Next question. Yeah.
I was
Trying to look across. It's panoramic today.
You're kind of known for your lyrics, so I was just wondering what you're reading lately.
What am I reading lately?
Yeah.
Literally nothing. I was about to. I was thinking about getting a new book on my iPad, and then it got stolen along with Nick's iPhone and Jake from Citizen's iPhone.
Cleveland's cool.
Yeah, thank you very much to the Agora Theater in Cleveland for your top-notch backstage security. So nothing. I went to the bookstore yesterday, what was it called? Chapters? They know
Yeah.
about chapters.
Look, dog, we were in
We don't have
Regina,
that.
all right? It was.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot in Regina.
There's nothing.
And I was like, I'm gonna book today, and then they didn't have the one book I was looking for, which was a Chuck Klosterman book that I haven't read yet. And then everything else I was looking at was like, oh, $36 hardback edition. I'll definitely not buy that. So the last thing I read was The Fountainhead. How about you guys?
I told myself that I wanted to read The Future of the Mind by Michio Kaku. He was on The Daily Show, and his interview, like, I literally blew my fucking world apart. And I did buy the book because I'm an asshole. I'm just going to watch The Sopranos. Like, I wanted to read that.
It sounded fascinating. Been reading a book right now called You've Been Warned by James Patterson. Big murder mystery thing.
I just finished The Fall by Camus 2 days ago and started. Our friend Ziggy gave us that book, The Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, which I always kind of skirted around, but he's a buddy. I'll give it a go. It's pretty cool. Food is tight, whatever.
I have an Xbox in my phone. I don't read.
If I get around to it, it'll be that. Otherwise, it was
I read the AP 100 Bands You Need to Know. Had Dan's face on it. I had to buy it.
Actually, it was a book called Thinking Fast and Slow. I forget.
By the mistake.
Yo, get on that though.
I'm on. I paid for the. I got the whole Lumosity thing. My brain's gonna be so tight next year.
So next question.
How does it feel to be the happiest drummer in the world on Tumbler?
Oh wow. Like IRL happiness or like, okay, I guess to the internet I'm really happy. That's really cool.
I don't know how to use Tumblr, so I have to.
Bowl of sugar.
Yeah.
Is it tight? I guess.
Tight?
Yeah, super tight. Hella tight. He loves doing it. Yeah,
He does. I mean, that's the thing is, I think all the pictures of you on the internet are you playing drums and you smile the whole set. And that's your thing.
Drumming's fun. I should not be
Yeah.
a professional drummer, yet I am. It's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Other questions? Yeah.
Do you guys ever let fans like play on stage, like guitar or whatever? Because if you did, I'd love to play Miller's Diner.
We have never let anyone do that.
Yeah.
We do some changes to the songs.
Okay.
And so it would
That's
be
why,
a disaster.
Yeah. It's worth an ask.
Not to
Yeah.
dissuade you from trying with other bands. I know the Ataris used to do that all the time. And that was like one of the coolest things. But there's so much going on, so many of us on stage, that I feel it would be a disaster pretty quickly.
Also,
we let people sing. I mean, I hand out the mic
Oh, yeah.
sometimes.
similarly, we just shot a music video. I'm not going to tell you for which song it is. It doesn't matter. But I was listening to the record version of this song that we play live, and I was like, yo, that's not what I play live. So I can relearn how to play it. So if they do like a sweet like rock shot close-up on me, I don't look like a total dickhead.
My man right here.
Yeah, sweet. I'm your man.
No.
Kind of ties into his question, but it's more vocal-wise. Because my name's Logan, and I think it'd be the greatest thing ever to sing Logan's Circle.
I don't know.
Not the whole
Check the
song.
set list.
I know all the words.
Yo, it's a 50-50 chance.
I think we did last show.
How would it be? Acoustic.
It's second to last. No.
No, it's not on the set list tonight. Otherwise, I would actually say yes because I'm sick and I'm gonna suck anyway.
How would any song?
If you're in the front and I see you, I will give you the microphone for part of a song. But then when I ask for it back, you have to give it back. That's like a thing. I'll be like, all right, someone sing along. They're like, yeah, fuck you, my set. Yeah.
I'd be there front and center.
Also, if you're gonna sing into this microphone, you are gonna get sick. So
That's okay.
You have to be
I'm from Canada.
Get ready.
Sick all the
Oh,
time.
I forgot you guys don't get sick up there.
You've been waiting a very long time.
Yeah, okay.
First, fun fact, he played with the Ataris and worked for in like what, 2005?
2003.
Hell yeah.
2003.
San Dimas, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Signed, held it up.
Also, do you guys have like either a collective or individual like best or worst tour memories?
Okay.
Can we do best or worst? What do you guys want to do?
Popcorn, just either one.
Split.
Ooh.
Whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, worst is
You guys don't want to hear dark. You think you want to hear dark. You don't want to hear dark.
I more so meant like amusingly worst.
Yeah.
but-
Well, here, I have a great amusingly worst one,
Okay.
right? We went to a water park in Kansas City called the Schlitterbahn. It's a chain of water parks. They're fucking sweet. It's called the Schlitterbahn. It went, and like on the way out, it's like, I hope you had a schlitterific day. So we were in a lazy river, and I don't know if it gets hot enough for you guys to have lazy rivers. It's not like being a mall, whatever. But so a lazy river is like a jet propelled, like there's a current in there, so you just lay in your tube and cruise and whatever. So we're going around the park in this, and there's like a dip in the lazy river. Casey was like, "Yo, we should all hold tubes and go down it together because we're 12-year-old boys." You know what I mean?
Before Josh finishes this, it was hella sweet backing up on me.
So we're all holding tubes, and I'm a big man, right? So I kind of bottom out on the slide, but it's where one of the like vents is, so it's pushing. So my trunks get caught on like the corner of the jigs, and it's just blowing me like sideways, and I can't get out. I'm just kind of like latched in, and I still have a scar from like here to here on my ass that's just like red forever now. So that was a cool worst day, brought to you by Casey.
A nice big worst for me, we did Warped Tour this past year. And the first couple shows were like pretty cool. It was our first one on the main stage, but then we got to like Southern California, and it was like, holy shit, there's so many people, this is crazy. And there's the stage, and then there's about, I don't know, a 4-inch gap, I don't know, 5-inch gap, and then there's subs, which are like the speakers that carry the low end. And every day I was standing on the subs, but this day I was so hyped, there were so many people, and they all knew the words, and played the first song, and I started jumping on them. And the ground was a little uneven, and they rocked forward, and I went between them and the stage. And then they rocked back and slammed me between the two. And so I both bruised my tailbone, and I had a bruise on my leg that looked like tie-dye.
It was seriously fucking gross.
Probably about this big. And like I was in an incredible amount of pain. But it was the first song of the set. So like I remember trying to finish the song, like falling over and being like, this hurts so fucking bad. And then not the rest of the Warped Tour, but for the next 3 weeks, I had to buy several inflatable ass donuts to sit on. If you bruise your tailbone, you can't sit directly down, or be like laying. Like we'd go like back to the bus and just say, all right, I'll see you guys. I'm gonna lay in my bunk if you need me.
Lay on my stomach for the rest
So
of
we'd
my
come
life.
to like signings. And these kids would be like, oh yeah, here this cool rock and roll band that I like. And I'm like, what's up, young people? I just have to put this fucking So, that was my worst day.
I'm gonna go with our Texas alternator nightmare.
Oh, that's the best day.
That was cool.
Oh no, it was great, but also terrible.
It
was my birthday.
Oh, with the weird people with the guitar guy. Guitar guy.
So, the alternator is a device on your vehicle that spins and charges your battery while you drive. Ours died, so we just kind of, we didn't have any options. We're in Middle Texas. Cities are 8 hours apart. Sucks. So we just kind of drove until we stopped. Now, how long did we drive for? Because it was a while.
I was driving, we probably went for another 40 minutes, and it was like, okay, the air conditioning doesn't work. Okay, the radio doesn't work. Okay, the dash lights no longer work. Okay, the headlights are no longer working. So then we had people with flashlights out the window. Like this, who would know we were still there on the road. And then it was, okay, the power steering doesn't work. Okay, the power brakes don't work. And then eventually I was like, okay, the van has stopped. We just kind of cruised to a stop.
And like, we sat there, like, had lights out, trying to get someone to pull over. Finally, a guy pulls over in like a truck with a beer in hand. He was having a great time. Had no problem, jumped us, and just went off on his way. His wife was gonna be mad. I don't know. He had a beer though, so whatever.
We were like, hey, man, you want like, you know, a 6-pack of beer? And he's like, already got some. Didn't he say you couple something because you thought we were like a youth group?
Yeah, he thought we were like a church group.
So like we drive forever. Like drove for like probably another hour and a half. Found a gas station.
No, we found Ozana, Texas. There's two cities.
Ozarka.
No, it's Ozana and Sonora.
Okay.
There's two cities called Ozana and Sonora. They're about 40 minutes apart, if that. And they're like basically glorified truck stops, but we pulled in there. Ozana, Texas.
Of course, no hotels had rooms anywhere for the next like 3 hours of driving. So we park next to a hotel, hoping that a room will open up. Walk like a mile up the road to the gas station, find 3 like
hippie kids on a trip across the country.
When I found them, it was just a girl weeping openly at a gas pump. And I was like, sup? We were on this road trip, we were out of money, and I was like, I'm gonna solve your problem if you can solve mine. I will pay for your full tank of gasoline right now, but you need to come jump our van and then continue to jump it as it dies on the highway. And jump it every time we need it.
So yeah, they jumped us all the way to, do we get Sonora?
Yeah.
We got the last 2 hotel rooms in Sonora.
We got 3. We gave them one.
Oh yeah,
And then
yeah,
Kate's
yeah.
got weird bug bites.
And then Kate's got back
Yeah, then we woke up the next morning and were charged way too much to fix our alternator by the older guy in town.
Yeah.
So that was that. It was
Okay,
fun,
cool.
sort of.
Is there like a particularly pertinent one, or should we move
Next
on?
question.
Yeah, let's go
move
next
on.
one.
You really crushed
Yeah.
that one.
Evening is 30 minutes to 2 hours before sunset.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Here, your writing process, do you start with lyrics, do you start with guitars, or just kind of?
It starts differently for pretty much every song. The thing that is different from our process to a lot of bands is that a lot of bands have like a guy who's like, I wrote this song, here's your parts, go. We don't have that. We kind of all contribute, and we'll come in with like chunks of songs, like here is a first verse and a chorus, but we're not really supposed to finish it by ourselves.